Let me guess, you're training really hard, you're eating really well, but you're not seeing the results you want. You think you're absolutely nailing the week, but in reality, you're probably not. And these four things are probably what is holding you back. The first one is obvious: calorie intake. So before you skip over this part and say, I'm eating my calories, a lot of people aren't actually eating their calories unless they're being super diligent with their tracking. So to start off with, are you weighing your food out? Are you tracking all your food? Are you having snacks? Is there any secret calories that are going into your diet? So for example, milk in your coffee, oil in the pan before you cook. All these things contain calories and they do add up. There was a study done ages ago where basically a group of individuals claimed to be eating a certain amount of calories, but when it came to actually being under studied conditions, tracking absolutely everything, they were over by a good 800 calories. So this could be the most basic fix to why you're not getting leaner and why you're not getting in better shape, because of them secret calories that you don't actually know you're eating, but you are. So what's the fix to this? It's all right me saying this, but how do we fix it? I would just advise just be super strict for a very short period of time. For me, clients who go into diet phases, I want them to be aggressive for a short period of time. Some people may argue, oh no, that's not sustainable. For me, I think sustainable dieting is actually unsustainable, because the longer people are dieting for, the more pissed off they get, the more social occasions they miss out on. Track everything 100% for just 2 weeks to start with, and just see if that weight drops off. I guarantee if you're not currently tracking coffees, specifically your milk in your coffee, oil in your pan, little snacks here and there, I almost guarantee you that weight will fall off you. So 100% tracking for 2 weeks, and then obviously if you're nailing it, hopefully your motivation's going up a little bit because you're seeing the weight fall off. And then you can just continue on with that week 3, week 4. And remember, weight loss is compounding. Once you're depleted of energy, you're on low calories, your body only really has fat to use as fuel if you're not consuming a load of carbohydrates. So every week you add on top of that, you're going to be burning more body fat. So 100% tracking, that's your fix for problem 1. So issue number 2, and it's not necessarily an issue with something you're doing, it's more the mindset impacts of doing this. So I've had it a million times. A client comes into the coaching process and they're only weighing themselves once a week. So there's so many variables that can impact what we weigh on a day-to-day basis. Lack of sleep, more hydration, less hydration. Have you had a heavy training session the day before? Have you ate closer to bedtime? Have you fasted? Stress, time of the month for females, all this stuff impacts a singular weigh-in. So if you're weighing in once a week and you happen to hit that high day by accident where the scales are a little bit higher, of course you're going to be disheartened, you're going to be a little bit upset, it is going to bring motivation down, so your training sessions are probably not going to be as good. I've seen it a million times where clients just fuck off the diet because they're pissed off at that weight reading, but in reality, how do we fix this? How we fix it is by weighing in multiple times a week and taking all them weigh-ins and dividing them by how many, so we're getting the weekly average. This is so much more accurate because you're actually getting a bigger range of data to actually see what you do weigh. Again, to use my clients as an example, I've had a client gain weight on a Tuesday, randomly, boosts up, kilogram. She's pissed off. I'm like, chill, don't worry about it, we'll see what happens. The next 3 or 4 readings can be 1.3, 1.5 kilograms down. So the kilogram up, but 1.5 off, we're 0.5 down for the week. So absolutely amazing stuff. I always say this thing to my clients: we never celebrate a low reading and we never get pissed off at a high reading unless it's 3 or 4 times in a row. We know the body, it has settled and wants to be at that weight. Obviously there are a few exceptions. When time of the month comes, sometimes weight goes up, other times weight does go down. If there's bloating or any digestive issues, let's just talk about normal day-to-day life. If we get 3 or 4 readings in a row, it's very likely you are that body weight now. Right, this seems like a really obvious one, number 3. It's eating back your calories. I've said this a million times on Instagram. I still have people joining my coaching who are doing this. So let's say you go do your Pilates class of a morning or your circuit training class. You look at your watch and you go, I've burnt 1,000 calories. So you think now you can eat back that 1,000 calories throughout the day. It's not how it works. Them calories that you've burned are putting you in a deficit to start burning body fat. So that's number 1. Number 2, watches, Whoop bands, Oura rings, they're all very inaccurate in assessing how many calories you've burned in a workout. So again, how I would work it out, how the fix is, you stick to your certain calorie limit and you do similar exercise every week. If you're not losing body weight, you've got 2 choices. We lower them calories or we increase our exercise. Don't take what your watch says as the amount of calories burnt just because it is so inaccurate. So your fix is, don't listen to your watch, get your workouts done, eat your food and see if you lose weight. If you're losing weight, you're getting leaner, you're feeling better, you're looking better, you're in a calorie deficit, we're losing body fat. If you're not, let's edit one of those variables. Stick to what you've been set, and then if it's not working, we will make adjustments and you will make progress. So the final one is a little bit of a random one. So it's actually going against everything I usually say. Don't follow the scales in certain instances. So if you've had a period of time where you haven't been training a long period of time, or you're brand new to training, your adaptations to the gym can happen quite fast. If you've just started strength training and you're sticking to a diet, there's a very high percentage chance that you are putting on muscle, but you're also losing body fat. So if that balance is there, your weight may not move. Or if you're very lucky and you are putting on more muscle, the body fat you're losing, your weight could actually go up, but your body's going to look completely different. So that's always important to take into account when you're training. Unfortunately for us guys who have been training for a long period of time, it's not very likely because our bodies have adapted to that introductory gains phase. We can't really get that again, but for beginners, we need to take that into account. And I think a lot of coaches put people on too low calories to account for that when they think their weight isn't going down. Sometimes you've got to analyze them progress photos and make sure that you're making the right decision for the client and not making their life hell by taking calories from them or making them do more exercise when the plan may actually be working. So that's why progress photos are so important, guys. Overall, fat loss isn't complicated. Fat loss is consuming less than you're expending, and the way to do that is either do more exercise or eat less calories. That is the basics behind it. So if you're currently not seeing progress, something isn't right, and it's usually one of these 4 things that cause you to stop making progress, whether it is actually the physical act of eating too many calories and not realizing it, or it's the mental side of things where you get a little bit pissed off at the scales and it affects your motivation, it affects your drive in the gym, and it affects your ability to just stick to your calories and adhere to your program for a long period of time because you're pissed off, which I do understand 100%, but that's what we're here for as coaches, to work you through that, talk you through it so you're mentally in a good position, but also set these targets so physically you're seeing progress every single week.